Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This week, a delegate of University of Birmingham, UK, including Mr. Mike Hallisey, Mr. Javed Kayani, Dr. Azam Majid, and Mrs. Amanda Henry conducted the interviews at Cpsp Islamabad, Lahore, and Karachi Centre. Regional Director Birmingham, UK, Dr. Asad Rahim, specially accompanied the delegates. Cpsp is successfully having the Overseas Rotational Scholarship Program with Health Services Executive of Ireland and MTI schemes with University Hospital Birmingham, Walsall NHS Trust, Leeds Teaching Hospital, Hull and Yorkshire, and Dudley Group of Hospitals. With Health Services Executive of Ireland, the Cpsp collaboration has successfully completed 10 years, and so far 567 trainees have availed this opportunity in over 13 disciplines. UK, both in junior fellowship programs and advanced training in senior fellowship programs, 474 trainees have availed this facility. For junior fellowship schemes, passing of intermediate module examination and IELTS or OET is compulsory. For advanced training and senior fellowship scheme, along with fellowship, passing of English language test is compulsory. Cpsp regularly updates the details on its website. The beauty of the scheme is that it is compulsory for the students to come back to Pakistan after 2 years of training and serve the people of Pakistan. That is why WHO has named this scheme as the brain gain and not the brain drain. In the current week, the delegate of University of Birmingham conducted the interviews of 42 candidates at Islamabad, 34 at Lahore, and 22 at Karachi. Out of these 98 candidates, 39 were of junior fellowship schemes and 59 were of senior fellowship schemes, belonging to 20 different specialities. The process of interview is absolutely transparent and on merit based. The seats are announced on Cpsp website, shortlisting is done on the basis of CV submitted by the training bodies and selection by the representatives of the Royal Colleges and training bodies. The delegate from University of Birmingham expressed their satisfaction on process of conduction of interviews and the scheme. They also recommended to increase the number of trainees and specialities and conduction of interview on quarterly basis instead of twice a year. President Cpsp Professor Dr. Khalid M.GONDAL hosted a dinner in the honor of the foreign delegates which was participated by the local council members, deans of faculties and heads of various institutions. The delegate on this occasion expressed their feedback as
Inshallah, we had some discussions and University Hospitals Birmingham and Cpsp will work much closer together going forward. We will be expanding the programme, and the programme will most likely become the largest MTI programme in the UK, the collaboration with UHB and Cpsp. We've been discussing how to take things forward, and I've got agreement that our colleagues will now be attending 4 times a year as opposed to twice a year. So you will have certainly their company. I can't guarantee I'll be here 4 times a year, but they will certainly be coming 4 times a year to review the number of trainees, to interview the trainees, and to expand the programme of MTI trainees in the UK and certainly in University Hospitals Birmingham, which will become the biggest centre in the UK.
I think we're grateful to the college, and we're grateful for the college to reach out beyond Pakistan. And I think when we see your trainees in Birmingham sitting there on their first day, and then, as we've done recently, saw them, the next group come in on Monday, and they were all sitting there, their long journey from when they were interviewed and gone through the process, and then they're here. And then on the Wednesday, we saw the trainees who had completed their 2 years and were going home. And in that moment, it captures everything. I think that Mr. Hallisey said, that Dr. Rahim said, and obviously Mr. Kayani always says, and was his vision from the very beginning, is that's it, and that's your future right there. And their 2 years, we tell them, goes so quickly. So we try and get them to absorb as much of what they can to bring back. So I think we are incredibly grateful to the college to have that foresight and to reach beyond Pakistan, because I think that is so important. But actually us coming to Pakistan, I think is, and we've had this conversation on a number of occasions over the last few days, it is the most beautiful country. It has the most generous of people. And for me, and I know I can speak for all of us, particularly I suspect Mr. Halasi, because this is certainly dear to Mr. Kayani's heart, and obviously Dr. Rahim's heart, is it's such a privilege to be here in Pakistan, in a country that I think is so much more than I think parts of the world believe, and is so much more progressive and has so much more to give. And I think you see that in your trainees. And we've seen some people today who are so keen to run, sometimes run before they can walk, and sometimes it's just sort of trying to calm them down and get them to think. But this definitely isn't a job. This is our passion. It was always Mr. Kayani's passion, and I think for sure the people that he's pulled around him around this programme, myself, Mr. Halasi, we have that passion for the trainees, and Pakistan, it was our first venture in that sense, and holds a special place in our hearts too. So this is definitely more than a job, and the hours that we put in are because we believe in this programme, and I think we believe in what the college are trying to do and what the trainees are trying to do. And I think it's definitely a programme that will continue to evolve, as we've talked about, will continue to develop. And actually I think over the last couple of days of Dr. Rahim joining us, I think we've had that conversation about collaboration and development, but you're providing us feedback around how we do things, and I think we will always look at developing what we do and how we do it, and I think we'll do that in collaboration with all of you. So it's exciting times ahead.
I would just say thank you. The other thing I would say is the collaboration is entirely dependent on the support we get from the college, and I have to compliment Professor Gondal, but also the administrative team that underpins the delivery of this programme, because without them, and they are exemplary too, we'd have struggled to get this far. That backroom work that's done by the administrators, Noreen in particular, within Cpsp, just makes our life possible, and without it we would struggle. So I would say thank you for giving us the opportunity to support the college. Thank you for the vision the college has got for looking outside of Pakistan, because we see that as a way that we can help to enhance care. And let's carry on working together, because I think if we can set the foundations right, get the right people applying, that you can then coach through, there can be nothing but benefit for everybody from this. So I'll stop spouting.
Thank you.
One of the important key feature of this scheme is that besides working in the good environment, good technology and financial incentive, they learn evidence-based medicine and soft skills, especially the ethical practices and professionalism. The feedback of one of the trainees is as,
and try to implement good things, positive attitudes over there in Pakistan.
The dinner ceremony was concluded with the vote of thanks by the Director of National Residency Program, Professor Dr. Mahmood Ayaz, and presentation of the souvenirs to the honorable members of the delegates. The fellows and residents are advised to keep visiting the Cpsp website for updates of International Overseas Scholarship Rotational Program. The Cpsp is specially grateful to the founder of this scheme, past President Professor Dr. Zafarullah Chaudhary, Founder Regional Director of Birmingham UK, late Dr. Habibur Rahman, current Regional Director of Birmingham UK, Dr. Asad Rahim, and Dr. Sarfraz Mahmood Mir, Regional Director of Ireland. Thank you.